Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen und Hallo zur weiteren Part der Let's Play Fake Grand Order. Ich bin jetzt euer MC Muffix. Beim letzten Mal sind wir hier im tiefsten Abyss des Void Seas gewesen und haben dort nicht nur Hokusai, sondern auch die gute Yang hier wieder zurückgebracht. In einer sehr schönen Szene, wo Husetanne hier richtig aufgeblüht ist, bevor sie erst richtig aufblüht im Summer Event, weil sie hatte hier aktuell noch kein Summer-Kostüm. Haben wir es geschafft, sie zurückzuholen. Und nun würde ich mal sagen, gehen wir hier zu dem höchstwahrscheinlich Finale des Great Void Sea Battle Imaginary Scramble to the Surface Nautilus, Actrax, Sea of the Foreign Deities, 5 out of 5. Und es ist langsam Zeit, hier aufzutauchen. Ich habe das Gefühl, unser Chaldea vermisst uns schon. Außer Sherlock, der schläft die ganze Zeit. So wie ihr den kennt. Thank you all once again. You've done phenomenal work. This is really the end now, right? No further object or strange secret plots, right? Will uns noch einer hintergehen? Bitte dann jetzt sagen. Here. Okay, that sounds like I know. I think we're in the clear then. Would you do the honors, Van Gogh? Of course. Once again, with this holy grail in my hand, I restore this space so it's prepared to withstand and... Yeah, the Nautilus can emerge now. Great. Okay, run to your positions. Crew, get ready. Things are about to get hectic. Zero sail is engaged. All hands prepare to emerge. Full speed ahead. Activation paper moon initiating. Planet navigation at chart plus minus conversions. Commencing Nautilus docking sequence into reality boundary. Firing existent verification TDA into reality space. Setting anchor point to... where else? Novum Chaldea. At last, we finally get to go home, senpai, and without losing a single member of our team. Yeah. I'm so relieved. I think I'm starting to feel kind of sleepy. Me too. Und in Wahrheit war das alles nur ein Traum, oder? Das war das, was hier oft angenommen worden ist. Keine Ahnung, liebe Leute. Also, Void Space sind wir wieder zurück. Jupp. Und nun back to Novum Chaldea. Und das auch mit zwei schönen Foreigners im Gepäck. There you have it. This whole voyage was a dream. But that doesn't mean it was just a dream, or that nothing that happened here mattered. Since it was but a dream, its position in time may have been wonky, and its relation is causality and inconsistent. It's also a mystery as to how this dream will come true, if it will come true, if it already has come true, or if any changes it might have brought about can even be observed. But even so, the things you gained in this dream are sure to be of help in reality. How do I know? Because I'm here. Because you, Nemo, and everyone else saved me. Now I'm going to keep you all safe from the reverse side of the world. So please, don't ever think your voyage was pointless. Maybe that's a little too bold to say of me. No, it's time to emerge. May your awakening be as pleasant as it's comfortable. And if your paths should ever cross again one day, it will be at the unknowable sea within a rainbow dream. Alright, one last handshake to send you on your way. Huh? My tentacle's stuck? I can't get loose. No! Ich dachte, das wäre jetzt echt Koch. Was ist mein Tentakel? Fufu. Wer Tentakel? Fufu. What's the matter with Fu? Fufu! This might be the longest stream I've ever had. I'll have to make sure I remember what it was about. Okay, so we need swimsuits, the betas, a method of transportation. ich erinnere mich noch an Swimsuits. Fuh! Now that I've written it down, I should probably report it to... Fuh! Huh? My bed feels strangely warm. Slowly peek under the covers. Oh! Hallo! Jetzt kommt wieder die Lolli-Polizei.
Hello, Master. I'm sorry. I kind of messed up. I guess this might change the prophetic dream completely now.
Nothing we can do about it now.
Master.
Welcome to Chaldea, Clyde van Gogh.
Thank you, Master.
On a different note, I'm still really sleepy.
Okay, I'm actually sleepy too.
Ein Mensch, das mitbekommt, tötet es jetzt.
Good night, sweet dreams, Master.
Okay, ein wahr gewordener Traum. Und damit ist nun unsere gute Gochi auch offiziell Mitglied des Chaldeas. Also wirklich, weil ich hab's ja auch. Und liebe Leute, nun sagt mir noch den Granen, den sie uns hier versprochen hat. Ich würde sagen, es wird im Great Void Sea Battle Magiers Scramble to the Surface Nautilus. Fade out. Chaotic, yet good. Chaotisch geht es hier nun zu einem Ende. Yang? Was ist mit meinem guten Yang? Oh nein! Der BB-Room! Nein!
Where am I? I've never seen anything so tacky. For that matter, what have I been doing?
Sag nicht, dass sie vom BB jetzt ausgebildet wird.
I remember interrupting the summoning ritual, just like my beloved Emperor told me to. I might run from Chaldea, save Gochi, got saved by Gochi, become besties with Betty. I keep pretending to get along with everyone, but over time, I actually started to enjoy myself, and I feel bad about that. Alright, I almost forgot Emperor gave me an order. This was supposed to be the time I finally fulfill our promise for the 7th day of the 7th month. And that's quite enough of that. Nice to meet you, Yang Yuan, and welcome to a new personal hell. This is the other side of the NTH barrier, where casualties, common sense, and courtesy have all been thrown out the window. So, come on in and make yourself uncomfy in the Moon Demon's Punishment Room, run by your truly everyone's favorite evil final boss, Kohai. What's going on here? I don't think I've ever been more confused or revolted in my life. This is our first time meeting, right? Of course, it better be, since I resisted going to this little business trip, so I had a solid alibi. Would you like know what it was you're feeling right now? It's aversion to people who remind you of you. You're both chaotic good, friendly, to a fault that belong to an extra class. And if that wasn't enough, we are both the kind of fruitfully rotten types who end up as final bosses, which I guess true of any lovely young lady. Anyway, we are competing for an exact same position. There's no way a co-heroine like me and a childhood friend or one like you could ever get along. Come on, that's not fair at all. In general, I'm all about being philanthropic and agreeable, you know. But only as long as your precious emperor permits it, right? Even I can't help but be appealed to a moral culture full of holes, so big you could drive a truck through them. But whatever, it's fine. By the way, Yang Yufei, how's your mind right now? Thinking relatively clear, I'm guessing. Now that you mention it, I think I am. Why? Did you do something to me? Sure did! Honestly, it's a wonder your spirit origin held together, all thanks to how fruitfully the outer universe had its hook on you. So, I took all of them out and only left a public persona behind. Ah, I do love some good old-fashioned Moon Holy Grail cheaper. You did what? How could you? How about my link to my beloved Emperor? Sadly, my Chaldea senpai sensibilities preludes any hope of fixing your creepiness through surgical means. Oh, but don't worry, I'll still make sure to fix your back up properly later. This is a special temporary treatment, just a little primitive measure to pave the way for my real punishment. You keep mentioning punishment, but I don't recall doing anything to deserve it. Oh, playing dumb now, are we? Sorry, not us. I know you're clear-headed enough to know exactly what I'm talking about right now. What you tried to do was a crime against all of humanity and proper human history. That's right. What you attempted in the name of your precious emperor was just strangely evil. Oop. And now it's time for your punishment, a comprehensive review of your failed scheme. Ah yes, it's what every criminal mastermind fears more than anything. We're going to go over every last one of your failures in excruciating detail. No! Anything but that! I'll die from sheer embarrassment and regret. Can't grant my Satan and just torture me instead! Well, you have absolutely no right. After to refuse, this is still a family show, so I think I give subject to tickle torture until you give in. Stop it! Stop! I'll talk!
Kommt jetzt, wie Yang uns hintergangen hat und Bibi sagt dir, so musst du es beim nächsten Mal machen, damit du es wirklich schaffst, die Welt zu zerstören. Ich weiß nicht, ob das eine gute Allianz ist.
First off, my foreigner spirit was inscribed with a few directives, I guess. I had to be completely in tune with my god. And I had to stop Eldritch power in a way that wouldn't arouse suspicion. Once I had enough Eldritch power, I'd be able to turn the tables in the god's favor. From there, I was supposed to destroy or steal or do whatever I had in order to turn the most important things in my summoning session into experience points. Thus would eventually enable the god to grow stronger using me as a conduit until they reach a point where they could break the seal and make their comeback. That's the very, very abridged version. The divinity of the Emperor I serve is basically all about burning and killing everything in sight. But I couldn't really do that right after I was summoned, since I was still super weak. Luckily, the god I was filling in for this time was a surprisingly intelligent, cold and calculating type. So thanks to that, I was able to excuse myself to my dear Emperor for choosing to take a more discreet approach this time. Now I see! And your next step was to integrate yourself with Senpai, huh? That's right. I can actually resist command spells to some degree as long as my Emperor commands me to, so I wasn't especially worried about those.
Stimmt, da hat sie gesagt, nutze ruhig einen Befehlszauber.
However, the situation turned out to be much more difficult than I expected. Starting with that stupid wild octopus, I couldn't have been stuck with more incompetent allies. I could tell right away that it was Gochi who'd called me, so I couldn't help but wish she'd done a better job. Though I guess I can't be too hard on her, since her plans to throw out of whack when one of the Alliance gods she was expecting just didn't show up. Anyway, when I arrived, the situation basically looked like this. Van Gogh, the favorite, had failed to get the two factions to work together, so that the outer god decided to go with their backup plan and have their bloom into a flower of pure madness. Her rival Hokusai just wanted to paint all day and caper around doing whatever she pleased. I guess the idea was if she painted enough, she'd eventually get to the final manifestation. And then there was me, the dark horse who snuck in amidst all the chaos. How I was supposed to win the race with the odds stacked against me? But anyway, as much as the odds were stacked against me, it was still secretly a three-way race. But that's not all. Regardless of who ended up winning, I couldn't afford to sink the Nautilus until it was all over. It was the only place Gochi and I could store her eldritch power, so it had to survive at least that long. Even Lady Hokusai couldn't operate in void space on her own, at least at first. Incidentally, it looks like she stretched her tentacles out all over void space and painted pictures even as there was throwing logic and reason left and right. Talk about mad artist. At any rate, that way things were going then, it looked like we are headed to just a big mess where nobody wins. So I decided to do something to get the Nautilus back on the right track. Why did you do that? Couldn't you have just acted like the evil god, stand in the way and formed an alliance with Hokusai? No, I couldn't. For whatever reason, Gochi apparition abilities only worked on gods from the existing alliance. And since collecting eldritch power is a zero-sum game, nothing good would come from multiple factions vying for it. Trust me, one mastermind feasting on madness in the dead of night, even as the presence as peaceful facade during the day, is more than enough. Of course, had our divinities being part of the same alliance, the two factions could have worked together to build up eldritch power. But it's just a rarer than a rare. Like a dream team. If we could have pulled that off, this whole ordeal would probably have been over in an instant. I see. Well, I can certainly sympathize with the desire to be the only hero, read villain, in a given story. Anyway, that's why you, Van Gogh and Hokusai, each had separate teams, huh? I don't know if I'd call it a team, Pissy. While the best was to build the average powers through phenomena that inspire the terror and primal disgust. The only pure human on the Nautilus was Master. Everyone else was a reputable heroic spirit, right? So unfortunately, there was basically nothing I could do to drive them mad. The Berserker madness was practically nothing, and Goffy was racking up her own madness like crazy. And of course all the servants were guarding Master, who would normally have been my best bet, very closely. Then just things were looking hopeless, I noticed the Nemo Marines. Und die hat sie ausgenutzt, war voll böse. They were phantom spirits, not heroic ones, and not even better, they were basically one person spread across 12 bodies. That made them the best hope I'd had to spreading rumors about the Nautilus. I gave them cursed objects and called them protective charms, and over time I cultivated madness in them, based on their piety and good intentions. Surprisingly, it went pretty much the way I hoped. Eventually, they began spreading a new kind of madness around the ship, and quite different in nature from both Lady Hokusai and Van Gogh's. Meanwhile, the Nautilus had regained its ability to fight, and Goffy's settling point was just starting to come into sight too. Setting point? As far as I could tell from peeking in, Van Gogh seemed pretty damn dangerous right up to the end. Well, I could already see the light at the end of her tunnel once Master and her captain began to show her genius affection for her. Ah, gotcha. That's pretty meta way of looking at things, that's definitely an important one. So with all that in mind, how could I go about stealing Goffy's average power? Well, as the dark horse of the story, it only makes sense for me to swoop in the end and make off with everything. You know, that does make sense. Personally, I don't have any problem with those kind of devious underhanded moves. That was when I realized something else. Well, what was it? Could it be that my master is actually my beloved emperor? Okay, back up. It sounded like you were going about your theme so magically up to that point. Why do you go crazy all of a sudden? Master has formed contracts with so many powerful and temptational heroic spirit, and he doesn't bat an eye at even the most crushing pressure. And then, this is incredible generosity, which is kind of like, no, exactly like my beloved emperor, yes. Ich dachte, Wu hat irgend so Fesseln auf sie gelegt, dass das nicht so schlimm wird. Now I get it, this must be at the heart of why you're a foreigner. The more eldritch power you store up, the more you become unable to tell who your own good really is. Don't talk about me like I'm some kind of lousy. I'm nothing if not loving and loyal. Hey, don't worry, there's a lots of Berserkers in Chaldea who say the same thing. I'm sure you get along great. Oh Leute, mit der mütterlichen Liebe von Raiko wird sie sich definitiv gut verstehen. So, once you went off the deep end, what did you do next? Once I stole the Holy Grail, I should have just converted all its magic energy into experience points and used them to transform into a living flame. But I wanted to make my beloved emperor happy so much that I ended up putting on a grand foreigner festival. Kind of hate that I know exactly the feeling you're talking about. Anyway, you thought your festival would make your emperor happy, only if you have the opposite effect. And in the end, your defeat was sealed of the very scary in-law, grandma-in-law gave you the verbal thrashing of your life, huh? You know, thinking about it now, wouldn't getting to serve my beloved emperor in Chaldea be my greatest wish coming true? Ah, great. She's off on her own world now. Alright, putting the meme-worthy stuff aside. Okay, I see how it is now. You and I might be birds of feather, but our plumage damage be more different. You're chaotic good, because one evil act spoils everything good you do. But I'm chaotic good, because I'm always pretending to be evil while managing one good deed in the most stylish way possible. Love drives me to make my team succeed and cause you make your fails. Honestly, there's so much about your stance on this stuff I hate that I sooner wipe my memories than risk learning from it. On the other hand, the way you foreigners went all about realizing your themes was very educational. As an AI, I tend to want to use my advanced intelligence to send players spiraling into chaos all at once. But as an evil god, I see now that a little nudge at one's mental weakness is better than taking advantage of good intended madness is also totally viable. Of course, you don't want to go so far with it as you veers into session territory, but it should work as long as you don't make it about your personal desires. Then there's your swoop in at the end and take it all for yourself initiative, the way you handle phantom spirits. It's all coming together. I have to remember all this the next time I put on a swimsuit. You know, it's strange. Once you said the word swimsuit, I went from hating you for reminding me of my failures to outright wanting to murder you. Huh? Does this mean you're my son enemy? Should I be burning you alive right now? Oopsie! I said too much. Oh well, I think we're about done here. Now let's see about getting you back to Chaldea, shall we? Gosh, thinking back on all this, I really screwed our things up, didn't I? Aha, what's this? Is your good-natured heart only now feeling your weight of your sins? Well, don't you worry. Once your spirit origin is back to its original state, you'll be so manically disordered with your precious emperor again that you forgot your guilt completely. Naturally, you'll forget everything that happened here at the studio, and almost all your void space memories will be sealed away too. From your perspective, you'll be all set to the start of brand new life at Chaldea, under the impression that your precious emperor ordered you to go there. Enjoy! Now I feel like crying. I feel terrible for how I treated Master, Betty, Gochi. They all treated me like a friend, even though this personality is just a facade. But now, when I go back to Chaldea, I'll be so preoccupied with my beloved emperor off at the distant stars that I won't even notice them. That's terrible. Huh? Cut it out. This is not fun at all if you don't at least fight it. Come on. So you feel better about being mean to people you feel sorry for. I guess you really are good at heart, just like me. Huh? Yeah, I think I've decided I actually like you. We should be besties, BB. What? No way! You said it yourself. The best villains are select. I never thought of myself as a villain. And with Lady Wusetan's restrictions stopping me from going berserk and my natural diligence, maybe I can get even stronger if I work at it. In fact, maybe I can go strong enough to save humanity, or proper human history, one day, even with this facade of a personality. Oh, I just got a great idea, BB. What if we both air all our dirty laundry and give in to the good side together? No freaking way! Why would you even think that was a good idea? Hey, don't knock the aesthetic of destruction you've tried then. Then definitely don't leave you feeling bummed out like you do after cheating and brute forcing your way into a perfect victory. Shut up. You don't know how the first thing about me. Yes, so this is the unbridled self-esteem and origin skills that earned you your nation's ruling femme fatale reputation. Maybe I started a little too long into the abyss. But, unfortunately, that route you just suggested will never be made official. So no, you're going to start over at Chaldea as a crazy foreigner and build your good karma back up. Of course, I don't know what's going to happen when you try, and I couldn't care less. Good luck! Oh, it's so cute how you pretend to be evil when you get flustered. Thanks, baby. I've learned a lot from you. Quit it. You're creeping me out. Don't look at me like that. That's all for today. BB the Channel signing out. See you later, BB.
Leute, sie hat es geschafft, Bibi zu brechen. Heißt das, ich weiß nicht, Leute, kann ich meine Yang trauen? Ach, mir wurscht, Mann, ich rail sie trotzdem, Mann. Und da schon mal erst der nächste Grad für sie, liebe Leute, Mann. Den kriegt sie dann auch. Wurscht, soll sie halt ein Foreign Gott sein. Nur umso besser, liebe Leute. Okay, liebe Leute, ja, damit sind wir dann hier fertig mit dem Event. Was kann man sagen zu dem Magiers Scramble? Also ich muss sagen, der Anfang war mega nervig und hat mich mega nervt. Das habe ich ja auch öfters zur Aussprache gebracht, nämlich die ganze Sache mit diesem Force-Story-Support. Das war so mega unnötig und das war wirklich einfach nur Gameplay-Steckung. Im Mittelteil haben mir ein bisschen die Kämpfe gefehlt, besonders dann die Dinge. Aber am Ende hat man dann hier noch wirklich schöne Kämpfe gemacht. Die Kampf gegen die Goch-Klone dann hier nochmal die Foreigners, das war wirklich dann auch anspruchsvolle Kämpfe und das ist ja auch das, was man will. Diese Schiffe versenken Gameplay ist ganz gut und storymäßig war es ein sehr schönes Event, also hat mir gut gefallen. Goch ist mir deutlich sympathischer geworden, als ich jetzt hier am Anfang gedacht hatte, was sie wird. Und eine der wenigen Kids-Events, die ich sympathisch finde. Auch, muss ich sagen, eine der besten, wenn nicht sogar die beste Begründung jemals im Fate, dass ein Charakter weiblich ist. Normalerweise ist es einfach der simple Grund, hey, Waifus besser als Männer. Und das muss ich sagen, muss man dem auch mal anrechnen. Ansonsten Yang war auch sehr sympathisch, auch wenn sie dann am Ende durchgedreht worden ist. Und die Geschichte hat schon durchaus unterhalten, also da kann man definitiv nichts sagen. Nun gut, liebe Leute, ich baller hier noch ein bisschen Paddy in der Gegend rum. Das ist übrigens das Beste an dem Event. Stirb, Paddy! Paddy ist schon wieder tot, Mann. Kann passieren, liebe Leute. Kann passieren. Und ich würde aber mal langsam sagen, damit müssen wir doch hier mal zu einem Ende kommen. Beim nächsten Mal geht es dann hier weiter mit Fake und und wir werden dann schauen, welches schöne Event das nächste auf uns wartet. Aber das war jetzt erstmal das Magiers Scramble Event. Und Yang wird trotzdem gegrailt. Liebe Leute, für die Liebe nämlich. Also, ich war's, bin es und werde es sein, euer Demi-Servant. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und auf Wiedersehen. Ciao.